Hey guys, Nil here, and seeing as my 3000 songs video actually did well, I figure I may as well speak about my goals in music, since that video somewhat touched on it, but not entirely. Also, before we start, I don't know why people like that video so much, because it was literally myself whining the entire way through, but if you guys like me whining, I can 100% do that more often and just, then when I feel I need to. I didn't think that video would do well. I thought I'd get, 20, 30 views like usual. But anyways, into my goals. My first goal is one I spoke of in my video. I made 3,000 songs and nobody cares. And that goal is to make 5,000 tracks. Realistically, I'd like to reach that goal by the end of 2029 so I can spend the 2030s focusing on getting to 10,000 tracks. And I did some of the math. So long as I can produce 1.2 tracks per day until said date, I should be able to reach 5,000 on time. From there, I need to produce around 1.4 per day in the 2030s, meaning I'm unable to relax as much as I'd like to, but I have to in order to be where I'd like to be with my life in music. I feel once I reach either 5 or 10,000 tracks, I'll be happy with where I am and be, more willing to slow down and focus more on the quality of the music. I just really want to be able to say I've made X amount of tracks, and luckily in recent months, I'd say I've gotten, pretty good, fairly decent at making music in short spans of time that's listenable. So, maybe in the future I'll just know what to do immediately when I open up FL Studio and be able to cram like 10 a day. That would be the dream for myself. My second goal is to reach 100 indie video game soundtracks. I'm currently at 43, and by the end of 2027, I'd like to have reached my goal so I can say, I've done triple digits in game soundtracks as a little bit of a flex, not gonna lie there. But aside from game jams, once I reach 100 indie game soundtracks, I'm probably going to start charging for the music, because if you hear that, it's my door. It's been beeping all day. It's wet outside, and I'm sorry for that if the mic picks it up. But yeah, I'll probably start charging for music because I can't make it free forever, because I have rent, I have groceries, I have bills, I have to pay my internet, and I also have to look into other virtual sound technology to purchase in order to improve the quality of my music. Currently, I allow up to 150 tracks per game before I start asking for $2.50 per track. I've never made it that far, but some games are nearing that point, such as Puppy Dog Online with, I believe, 98 current tracks, and Into the Wild, which has currently 113. The third goal for myself is to make music for YouTubers. Not large YouTubers per se, but YouTubers in general, especially ones with under 2,000 subscribers, because I feel they'd be more apt to actually use the music I produce for them before it goes fully public. Usually I wait a year or two before I release stuff to the public. That's just how I am. Currently on the Ashcroft project, I'm working on music for June of 2030, so yeah. That's a fun thing, little bit of knowledge. But a good example is I'd like to make music for my friends and allies such as PupSwift117, VapChan, Lunatic, Redgear. And once I hit around 3,500 tracks, maybe try for larger YouTubers who I feel are more apt to, take on background music I make, such as Just a Robot, who I've shown some of my music to, and he doesn't seem to hate it, so I'm really happy with that. I also know him a little bit and feel he might be more willing if the music slaps hard enough. Now I should say firstly, I know his reputation is shit, but I argue that my reputation is even worse. Okay? Back in the day, I believed a predator. So, I know that's gonna follow me and haunt me my entire life. I believed a predator for a month that they were not a predator, and then when I tried to out them, oh boy, I just made things worse. But another YouTuber I'd love to make music for is Akumu. I'm lucky enough to have made the intro song for the Tism Report on his YouTube channel. But I'd like to make him some looping background music in a darker style than I usually produce. Goal number 4 is quitting my job at Wendy's. Honestly, I know that, being jobless is not appealing, but if it means I can go on a schedule where I do 2 to 3 tracks every single day, that's 730 to 1,095 tracks per year. That is a lot, and that appeals to myself. Now, realistically, it'd probably be somewhere more around 600 to 800 per year, because, I'd have off days where I just actually go out and live my life. But I think it'd be better than my current average since October of this year, where I've been actually counting my daily track average. And I currently have 2.14 as of December 3rd when I'm recording this. I don't know when it will be out. It might be the same day. Maybe upping that to around 2.5 or 2.6 tracks per day would be nice. I feel that little boost would speak volumes in the long run, and I could create schedule days where, I just don't sleep, and I try to beat my goal of 13 tracks in a single day. I've gotten close a few times, especially this year in August and October. I had one day in each month where I made 12 tracks in a single day, but didn't reach my 13. Well, I guess technically I need to make 14 to beat my record. 13 would just tie with it. Sadly, however, unless I start getting like 500,000 listeners per month, that is not happening. And seeing as my Spotify currently holds anywhere from 150 to 400 monthly listeners on average, under my Call Me Nil moniker, that is a pipe dream. And my Ashcroft project, despite being newer music, only gets around 8 to 32 per month, and Ash Enix has yet to even be produced. Ash Enix music will be released starting May 28th, 2027, so here's to hoping that my music under that moniker is even better than Call Me Nil or Ashcroft. Also, don't be afraid to call me whatever you want. If you want to call me Caden BD, Freak Show Willow, Call Me Nil, Ashcroft, Ash Enix, I respond to all of them. I'm just most well known under the Call Me Nil moniker, so that's personally what I use in my online alias for my day-to-day life. The last thing I want to attempt is to want to have music with vocals. I'm currently in a band called Screaming Finn where Lily does the vocals through Synth V, and we've had the band since late 2024. Only issue is it's now late 2025 and there have been no vocals produced yet. So if anybody wants to do vocals, I would unironically be so fucking happy. Probably not as a band project, but like if you're like, hey, I need a beat, and it's like, yeah, I can make you a beat. Like literally just hit myself up on Discord, let myself know what genre you'd like, and if you want myself to screen share the music being created or not, so you can be like, I don't like that note there, I don't like that chord, can you change the drum loop, etc. And I can be like, yeah, I can do that. Or you can say, can you program the drums manually? And I can do that too. So, you know, giving details on what you want or even sending reference tracks, you know, that's good enough for me. I would be so happy with that. Anyways, I guess that's where the video ends. Just a quick rundown of my current goals with music and where I hope to accomplish them by in terms of, you know, what I can find to be realistic. I'm lucky enough to be one of those people who can just mass produce music. I'd probably have a good career as a ghost producer if I could just learn mixing and mastering. That's where I'm struggling still. For 9 years, and it's not like I haven't been trying. I've been trying to mix and master. I just can't fucking figure it out. Well, I guess mixing I've kind of figured out, but not mastering. I should be more specific. I understand how to mix, you know, the knobs and all that. I just don't know how I should automate them. I don't know what effects I should use and stuff like that. I just know how to make the music. But yeah, I guess rant over, whining is over. You guys seem to like the videos where I whine and complain, so figured this one would be good. But yeah, have a good day, everyone.